Hello, fellow adventurers. Welcome back to Epic Travels, your passport to virtual globetrotting. Today, we're setting sail for the pristine shores of the Virgin Islands. If you're planning a trip for 2024, we got the top 5 things you need to know before you go. From pre-flight preparation to local tips, we've got you covered. So, buckle up, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's dive into the turquoise waters of the Virgin Islands. Tip number 1. On the Virgin Island, the locals will greet you with the time of the day. They will greet you with phrases like good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Saying phrases like hello or hey is considered odd in their culture. And if you had tourists coming to your town, wouldn't you appreciate they greeted you the normal way? Tip number 2. Bring mineral sunscreen because the regular chemical version is actually banned in the Virgin Island because of its impact on the coral reef systems. You are caught with non-mineral sunscreen, you could face a fine of up to $1,000. They, of course, sell mineral sunscreen, but you pay dearly for it. If you bring it from home or buy it at airport, you will save a lot of money. Tip number 3. If you decide to rent a car, make sure you are a confident driver. I cannot stress this enough. The cars have their steering wheel on the left side, like you would have in the United States, but you drive on the left side of the roads like you would in England. Also, the roads are extremely potholed and bumpy. People recommend 4-wheel drive every day, so make sure if you rent a car that can overcome these obstacles. We would highly recommend a high car like a Range Rover. Stay away from the minivans. Also, drinking and driving seems pretty common among tourists there, so be careful. You can definitely take a taxi, but depending on how long you are there, that can add up quickly. Tip number 4. If you decide you want to travel from St. Thomas to the island of St. John, a boat is the only option. There are passenger ferries and car ferries. Our recommendation is that you should not pay extra for a reservation if you decide to take the boat ferries. It might sound counterintuitive because reservation is usually a good idea, but in this case it is not. Barges are required to load all of the cars to show up to the port, and they do not prioritize reservations. If the barge fills up with first-come, first-served cars, you'll have to wait for the next one regardless of your reservation. Tip number 5. This is the reason people want to go to the Virgin Islands in the first place. The beaches. All the beaches on the Virgin Island are public, and there are no private beaches. This is by Virgin Island law. Some of the more popular beaches can quickly become populated, so you may want to find some good alternatives. The best part is all the beaches are amazing, so you can't go wrong with whichever you choose. And there we have it, folks. We've explored the top 5 things to know before visiting the Virgin Islands. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your fellow travelers. And make sure to watch another one of our videos. I hope you have an epic travel.